All right, so
Yes.
Jacob, you recommended the Virgin Spring. Talk about it.
Yes. So the Virgin Spring, it's about two devout Christians, Tor and Moretta, send their only daughter, the virginal Karen, and their foster daughter, the unrepentant Gary, to deliver candles to a distant church. Way through the woods, the girls encounter a group of savage goat herders who brutally rape and murder Kareen as Ingari remains hidden. When the killers unwittingly seek refuge in the farmhouse of Tor and Moretta, Tor plots a fitting revenge. Right,
Yep.
so,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
How do we start
Yeah.
with this?
um,
It's quite the
one
heavy
thing I
movie,
wanted
isn't it?
to,
Oh, what were you gonna say?
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, one thing I just wanted to start off, ask you guys is, so the scene when Corinne, whatever, is, raped, like, how Bergman like builds that up and like the intensity in that scene. I don't know if you noticed, but there's literally no music in like the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
film,
I noticed that.
and
Yeah,
like just when she's raped, it just feels so real, and it kind of like
Yeah,
almost
it
adds.
really
It was so
reminds of
disturbing.
Irreversible.
Yeah.
extremely.
Yeah, it had vibes like
Yeah,
It's a
that.
little bit too
yeah, but here's the
close.
thing. Here's the thing. I think that the scenes are a little different in how the woman reacts, because in Irreversible she's fucking screaming, and in this one she's not. She's kind of frozen with fear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not just
I think
that.
they're like two.
It starts off like she like has dinner with them, lunch with them for a second, and like she trusts them like immediately, which is kind of like,
yeah,
well, I don't know.
She's very naive. They
Yeah,
build her up as very
is
naive.
exactly.
is
She's like, "Oh, everything's good in the world, and I'm going to church," and then these
yeah,
people kind of just ruin that plan.
Hmm.
Mm.
yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
disturbing, honestly. It just was
Yeah,
like,
it was really fucked up.
yeah,
Very I wasn't expecting it at all.
I wasn't
Like, I
either.
mean, I knew something was gonna happen. Clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you know it's
some
on the
people are gonna
fucking. It's
comment
in the.
on Yeah, some people
Yeah.
are gonna comment on the pacing of like the first like 30 minutes, but I
Yeah, I
thought
got it.
that it was perfect. Like I thought it built like perfectly to the rape and
Okay.
murder,
Hmm.
in my
I
opinion.
I I agree slightly. I think it got better
I
after
agree
the first 15 minutes. Like once she
for
left the
sure.
hut, I was okay.
Yeah.
Like yeah, maybe
Yeah, I mean that's how
like
I
the
thought.
scene
That's why I
with
gave
the
it an
guy
eight.
in the
But
hut. The scene with the guy in the hut was pretty great. Especially when
oh
you like
yeah,
read into how exactly it fits in with the themes of the movie. Like
yeah, it does.
the stuff once they leave the hut or sorry, the house is amazing. It's just
Yeah.
that first 15 minutes in the house, I was just a little like, ah,
Yeah. Some like
It is
I
quite
get
slow.
that, but
Yeah.
it kind of just sets up all the characters. It's not yeah. I know what you mean, but I mean it's interesting how like the father wasn't really worried and the mother was, and then it's kind of is that where you're going? Like, and then it ends up like he was
yeah.
the one who
Also, yeah.
the
Mm.
revenge. Like I don't know if that's what you meant, but
Because he was the
that was kind
least
of interesting too.
one. He was the most trusting of her. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
he
then like
was, and
everything was immediately brought down for him, and like how he
yeah,
reacted was just like even what's the actor's name? His performance was like so good. It was
Max von
like,
Sydow. Yeah,
hmm
it's
Max
so
von
yeah,
Sydow. Yeah.
yeah. What a
He
great
actually like
performance
he's such a great actor that like I
is.
watched Seven Seal. I rewatched Seven Seal for like the third time. I watched it literally yesterday. I finished it yesterday. And I was used to like his Antonius performance, and then I watched The Virgin Spring, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a whole fucking different person. He's seriously a great actor. Well,
Yes.
Yeah,
was a great actor. Rest in peace.
yeah, he's. Oh, I think
He,
he died last year too. It's pretty sad.
yeah.
Around this time last year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Here, I'll look it
yeah,
up.
it's too bad.
Or a bit earlier.
He's so
He
great though.
passed away. Oh yeah, no. Well, a little bit earlier, March 8th, 2020.
Yeah. So it was some
Mm,
sometime around.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
actually had a question about something. I don't know if you guys knew, but do you guys know why they did the whole like hitting themselves with the branches thing? when he like in the scene where he was bathing, which is a pretty great scene. Like it's kind of intense.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love that
And
scene.
it's
And
like
scene
it
building
builds
yeah.
up
so
to that
much, you know.
when he's cutting it down
Yes.
is one
The
of my
fucking
favorites.
look on his face. The look on his
Exactly.
face, like he's punishing himself. It's like holy
I
shit,
know.
dude.
Mm.
Seems
It
rough.
was harsh.
And it's the scene before that when he's like when it's the still of the birch tree.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
part. I
Such a great scene.
fucking
So
love
good.
that part.
It's like that was
Incredible.
definitely one of my favorite.
That shot was perfect.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
like
amazing.
Just because I like
everything innocent, you know. Like that's the tree could
Yeah.
like symbolize the last innocence that either
Yeah.
he had or
Yeah.
like the whole community.
Maybe not the innocence, but the
or
family.
any kind of naivety.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's
Yep.
kind of realizing how fucking terrible the world is at that moment, and he's like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna destroy all that preconceived goodness that I have in the world, and I'm
Yep.
just gonna fucking kill these
Because
dudes.
after
Kill
that,
people.
he even like goes for the kid, you know. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he
Holy
kills the
shit.
kid,
There was a part of me that thought
killed
he was gonna
her.
spare him.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
he.
It was insane.
I did not think he was gonna kill the kid. I
No.
really
He
did
does
not.
he does it in a much different way though. Like, cause he like brutally murdered the other two guys.
Yeah, and he just.
I don't know,
One
getting
of the
yourself
buttons frozen.
slammed into a shelf is pretty brutal.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
bloody though, is it? Like, I feel like
Still
I don't know.
Probably
blunt force
some
trauma.
it's still brutal. Yeah, and it's like such a good scene. The kid was so good in that
The
movie.
kid went through a
as well.
lot of
Was.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
kid
yeah.
didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, you
Bergman
really feel
shot that
bad for
scene
the
too.
kid.
And the way that they do it. Sorry,
The
carry on.
cinematography in
Oh,
when
yeah.
he kills the
Mhm.
kills the
oh,
two guys, like the fire like next to his face, like that's such a great shot. Some great.
Fuck.
The thing
It's
with
like his
when-
only movie too, with like
Yeah.
revenge action sort of sequences, and it's like
Yeah.
so well done. It's like, bruh, Bergman, you're
Caught me
just
off
the
off
best.
guard, man. Like
The fact,
I didn't
the
expect
fact the
that
kid
from
couldn't
Bergman.
even the fact the kid couldn't even eat was such a clever like he couldn't eat anything. He just kept
Yeah.
spitting things out. And it was so clever.
Yeah,
It's
it
like he
was.
definitely didn't want to be there. And it's
Because like I
holy
feel like
shit.
he like thought about everything that happened before with like their lunch with I forget the character's name. Karen, right? Something like that. Karina.
Yeah.
I think it's Karin, because
Karin.
it's French.
Karen.
Sorry, Swedish.
But that whole scene where he was like kind of like not burying her, but like kind of doing it. And,
Yeah.
like it was snowing, right? I
Yeah.
just loved the way everything looked.
Yeah.
Like, it was all.
Yeah,
I love the
perfectly
way-
set up.
Yeah, I also love the
That's
shot
awesome.
where it's like he's like squatting, and it's like the snow falling. It
Yeah.
really symbolizes just how fucking powerless he was in that situation.
Yeah, and he was just trying to show her a little bit of honor by burying her.
So, yeah. So, do you guys know who the bridge keeper or the sorry, not bridge keeper was it the bridge keeper?
The guy in the hut.
Yeah. Do you know who that was supposed to be? Because
No.
I kind of made a guess in the middle of the film, and then I went to the IMDb trivia and discovered I was right.
Oh,
Because I'm a huge fan of. I really like mythology
right.
of like Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology. I'm a big fan of mythology. I really like
Oh.
studying. I really like because it's really cool. And
Yeah, it's
I made a guess that the bridge keeper was supposed to be Odin, and it turns out I was completely right
Really?
because in the beginning of the movie, Ingeri prays to Odin, and then
Yeah.
he recognizes her. He says, I recognized you the minute you set foot here. Your voice, your face. Like
Mhm.
he recognized her prayer. He heard her prayer.
Right.
And also
I
you
didn't
notice
even
that
pick
like
up on that.
yeah, and then you notice one of his eyes is black. Odin
Oh,
in
yeah.
Norse mythology gave one of his eyes to attain wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's also like the raven outside the hut.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One more thing that I completely forgot about until I read it on IMDb. Because I completely forgot this was the case with actual Odin in Norse mythology, is that when Ingeri sat on the chair, you kind of notice that she gains like clairvoyant hearing. You know, like she's able to kind of hear everything.
Yeah.
Well, on Odin's throne in Asgard, when he sits on it, he's able to see everything happening in the world. So that scene I really love that scene after I found out, like, that character was Odin.
Yeah. It makes it more powerful,
It goes to
honestly.
It
show
makes it
how
more
different
more
religions
impactful.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Really
Bergman
cool.
film just puts so much. Every Bergman film just has so much detail.
You guys haven't even really. I mean, I know Xander, you've seen Autumn Sonata. You haven't even gotten into like the
Yeah,
super like
the
emotionally
beats.
draining ones.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
like
know,
scenes
I
from a
know.
marriage. Just like I mean, it gets pretty insane.
Yeah, going into this, I was a bit worried that it was gonna be like just another religious exploration movie from Bergman, right? But it's
No,
much
yeah,
more
me-
than that.
yeah.
Which
It
there's nothing
goes-
wrong with that.
Yeah, but it's like it's a common theme that he really loves to like delve into. But it's like
Yeah,
in this
it's-
one,
Exactly.
it's not only about just the religious aspect; it's also about like the silences, the responses you don't get back when you do pray, and like especially like religion around family. That's what I really got from this movie, was mostly like how family deals with this kind of like religious I guess exploration, you know. It's like every single
True.
person in this film, every single character had, none of them were wasted. Like they're all useful. They're all there to not only
Yeah, add
not- I
something
guess
to
not
the
preach,
story.
but like add some sort of idea or value that many could see in a family like that, you know.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Like they all have this unique personality that, you know, how each one deals with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Is very different. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
the dad like killing them, and then the mom like she's like, you know, crying and like she's very sad, like, which makes sense. And then Gary, like what's her she's the adopted daughter. She feels like very like guilty, obviously, right?
Mhm.
Of
I also felt like she was kind
letting
of
it
like,
happen.
like not a Judas, but like that sort of like Schrader character in like a biblical story where like they're
Yeah.
seeing this happen and they're not doing they're it's not like they can do something about it, but like they're not doing like enough, you know.
Not doing
It
enough.
reminded me of
Yeah,
those stories just like that, because she was a pretty
Yeah.
good character too. She was
she
her performance
was.
was awesome.
Who,
Was she
in
Was,
really-
Garrity?
and
the
it
pregnant
made
one?
me sad, honestly.
Was she really
Yeah.
pregnant though? Because it kind of convinced
Yeah,
me.
that's something that didn't really. It didn't
It
really.
looked it looked
Yeah.
pretty fake to me at points.
Yeah, but
Sometimes,
it
yeah.
looked
didn't really, the whole pregnancy thing didn't really come back. It just it didn't. I didn't really see any significance to it.
I guess, yeah. I
I'll
mean,
say-
there was
unless
there
I-
was a
Yeah.
setup, right? But
Well, yeah,
I
but it
don't
wasn't
remember
very.
going anywhere.
Yeah, it wasn't very. I don't know. It just.
Yeah.
I felt like it didn't need to. She didn't need to be pregnant. I was saying it's like a bad thing, but
Yeah.
like, I thought it'd come into play more,
Yeah.
but it didn't.
Well, I guess it could be used as an excuse of like why she didn't really like not interfere, but like try to be there for her more or something. Like she was slowed down by her pregnancy or something. I don't know. I'm kind of just reaching here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
yeah, I know what you mean.
I could see that.
There's no such thing as reaching with Ingmar Bergman. His movies have so many layers.
Real.
Yeah,
They
man.
do.
It's like
He
such a
does.
testament to his films. Like every scholar
Yeah.
finds something new in each Bergman film.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why Bergman's a Chad, baby.
These are-
Like the more I think about it, I don't know if I prefer this or I don't know if I prefer Virgin Spring or Winter Light, because it felt like
Hmm,
Winter Light.
mhm.
It was kind of. I mean, as much as I love it, I think it's a perfect film.
I think I
but,
liked
like-
it more than Seventh Seal for me personally.
Oh, I
don't know,
definitely
I don't-
like Seven
I
Seal.
Really
like
watched
Seven
it.
Seal. I still love Seven Seal more. I love Virgin Spring. I really do. It does have a lot of the trademarks that I love from Ingmar Bergman, like the gothic scenery and the great music. You know, when it's used,
course,
and this one especially might be his most brutal. Like just in
Yeah.
terms of like.
I mean,
content.
it definitely is.
I kind of love that
But,
it wasn't any music, you know? I feel like
Yeah,
music in any
The
sort of
credit
theme would
song
be
was
good.
great though.
Yeah.
The opening
was.
credit song was great
Yeah.
though with the flute.
Yeah, but I think it's so like it tells so much how he's able to build so much tension without using any music. Because honestly, that would never happen in a movie today. Like you
Oh,
you
yeah.
would never see a movie
Oh no
that
fucking
They would
like
way!
a
ruin it.
revenge
Yeah.
thriller with like no music. Like that just doesn't
Like the snow
exist.
scene would
So
have had like some sappy ass piano music, you know? It would have been
Exactly.
immediately ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I like that he just puts you there to experience the visuals, and he like lets you absorb
Exactly.
every frame. Every
just
frame is a
entranced
painting,
by literally just the camera. Like you're
Yeah.
not like
every Bergman
And the
film. Like if you just pick apart every frame, like there's so much to like say about it. You know, you could write a whole page on every frame in this movie.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shots in the movie was Karen's body, or how you saying,
Yeah.
gushing.
Kareen,
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
really
When they
know.
pick her up and then the water gushes from like where she was lying.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I
a
was
river
like,
falls.
we have to talk about this because, but like,
Yeah.
that's definitely
Yeah.
so. That's definitely symbolic. I don't know if that like is the virgin like spring,
Yeah.
That's what
I don't know
got
if
out
it's
of it.
water. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Pretty sure that's what it is.
pretty sure that's
Yeah.
how it connects, but
It was almost like
that,
her
that
innocence and like all of that just flowing out and like reaching. I guess
Yeah,
everybody,
flowing
because
out.
I really love the ending. Like the ending is pretty perfect in my opinion. Yeah.
is the ending
So
is
good.
great. How he's like crying out to the heavens and just saying like, you know, like God, you can't like let this happen. You know what I mean? Like this isn't something that I don't know.
Well,
Isn't
and
I
at the
believe
end he
in.
says
Like,
like you watched this happen, you let it happen.
yeah, you watch it. Yeah, you let it. Yeah,
Which is exactly what the pregnant girl did,
exactly. Yeah.
and that
There's
felt
a-
symbolic.
The thing about Bergman movies is that you kind of don't always fully know if they're being pro or anti-religion. Like
Yeah.
like clearly this one is more on the side of like God lets
Anti,
awful
probably.
things happen. But I
Yeah.
mean like but in Seventh Seal there is more of a sense of like God has a plan for all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely more in that, but
But that one's more about death and just him doing his job.
yeah.
It seems that like Bergman isn't anti-religion, but he doesn't really paint it in a great way.
No, yeah. I mean, there's flaws to it. Obviously, I feel like that's what he's trying to say.
I think he highlights the shortcomings.
Yes, I agree. And I don't know if it's maybe something like he struggled with personally, but it might be because like in Scenes from a Marriage, that film doesn't bring up religion. But it's very like anti-religion. Like you can just tell. And a lot of his movies like
Yeah.
that aren't about religion just kind of like very, very much go against religion. So that's why I'm like I wonder how like Bergman was, like, what his religion actually was, and like what he thought about religion personally, because
It's
like it definitely
a
reflected
topic
through his
he loves
films.
to explore, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm someone who's not religious, but at the same time I'm not against I'm not at all against the prospect of religion. I myself am agnostic. But
Yeah.
like I believe that like religion falls under the category of free speech, and that you're allowed to practice what you want and say what and preach what you want. Go ahead. If people preach
Yeah.
with you, then power to you. Do whatever the hell you want. I can't stop you. But I'm also like one of those people who's like, well, if you force it on others, that's when I believe that you should be held accountable for action.
Yeah, I don't think you
Like,
should force it on anybody.
No, never force it on anybody. And I'm glad that I surround myself with people who understand it. Like there are people in my life who are religious, including my girlfriend. But
Mhm.
they know that like they know my stance on religion, and they know that like I'll always listen. And it's not that I don't
Yeah.
believe in God or believe in whatever might be out there, because frankly I don't know. No one knows for sure. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
there's no point in trying to make someone believe something that you believe. Let them believe what they want to believe.
Agree, man.
Amen. Preach.
Amen.
Preach, brother. Preach, brother.
Bob,
I want to know why this
what'd
is
you
Bob's
think?
favorite Bergman. Yeah, this is
Oh,
something
it's his
that.
favorite Bergman.
Say this is favorite Bergman. I want to.
Why, Bob?
Bob,
Elaborate.
talk a bit.
Elaborate, please. Sorry, we kind of put you on the spot. Sorry.
I don't know what to say. The themes it touches like go way more deep for me than like Seventh Seal or Persona or something like that.
Yeah, I think I can agree. Maybe
Yep.
not with.
I
but
agree.
that's Seventh Seal. I think.
There's
I don't really
definitely a
remember.
Bergman for everybody. You know, I don't think
Yeah.
everybody has like the single favorite Bergman film. Like there's
I think
like, some-
I
Seventh
know.
Seal. I think Seventh Seal is the most accessible Bergman
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
because its themes are so wide-reaching that you can
Yeah.
show them. What's funny to me
It has
is that it's like one of
entertaining
those movies.
characters and, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Death is very interesting in the movie. They don't like
Yeah.
sugarcoat it, but at the same time they don't brutalize it. What I really love about Seventh Seal is that it's apparently one of those movies that like both atheists and religious people just fucking
Yeah.
love. It just kind of brings them together in that way.
It's cool, yeah.
Because like everybody.
I
can take
still
so
have
much
to
of it.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have to watch, other Bergman films, obviously. I'm not like the expert that some people in this fucking Discord chat insultingly remind me that I am. But, at the same time, it's like fucking Finkel and Grubb being like, well, we went on a Bergman binge. And I'm like, well, sorry, I have a life.
Plus, it's
No,
like
no, I'm
I
kidding.
don't think anybody like it's hard like to really go into a Bergman film like just a.
I can't
like,
go
any
on
day,
a binge of many directors anyway, unless I'm
Yeah.
doing like a
can't
ranked
either.
video for them. I just can't. It's just
Bergman
not my
speed
thing.
run.
Cause like sometimes I wanna experience it on my own terms, and if I want to make a
Exactly.
video ranking Bergman, then I'll fucking watch all the Bergman movies that I can. But that's not gonna happen right now. It's like that's why I'm like waiting to get into Bergman. That's why I kind of ease myself into it because frankly, it's just like who the fuck cares whenever I watch Bergman? It doesn't make me less of a cinephile to not
I know.
see a lot of Bergman. You haven't seen
When it
enough
comes
of
to him,
Bergman
I
movies. You're
think-
not a true film buff. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I think
Bro, I
Bergman
could
is
never
Yeah.
like the most written director, like the most analyzed director, because like there's so much shit like just to read up on him, like the whole
know.
Criterion, like
For real.
like the massive booklet that comes in the Bergman
Look, I
box
got the
set.
fucking Criterion Bergman.
Like there's just endless pages and pages of like essays and like so many things different people took out of it, and like there was like a great
For
special
real.
feature on the Blu-ray for this one where Ang Lee he described this as being like his first
okay,
art house experience.
I'm gonna fucking run that by me again. Director of Gemini Man.
Yeah.
You know.
The greatest of all time, the GOAT.
He said
Hi,
when
I'm
he was,
Ang Lee.
he watched
Hi, I'm
this
Ang
movie-
Lee,
this was
director
his
of
first
Gemini
art-
Man. I love Bergman.
Yeah, this was his first art house film at 18. Like he saw this at like his college or something, and then like he said, like,
Interesting.
after he watched this, it changed his like view on like film forever.
So he made the Hulk.
So he made the Hulk.
okay.
and
It's
Gemini
like
Man.
that.
Maybe the Hulk.
The Hulk, yeah, best movie.
Like the pie.
And he decided to be that director.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, but I just want to go back quickly to and what Aaron said. Like, not every person has a favorite Bergman, which
Yeah.
is what makes I feel like his film so cool. It's like my favorite Bergman's like Autumn Sonata, but like everyone's else is different. Like Xander's is Seventh Seal, Bob's is The Virgin Spring. Like no one has the same favorite. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's just
Yeah.
what I feel like what makes it cool. Like it's whatever like connects with you, which is cool. It's not like
Kind of like a Kubrick, where everybody has a different Kubrick movie, like a favorite Kubrick.
definitely like it's another Kubrick. Yeah.
Barry Lyndon gang, rise up.
Nah, bro.
I'm sorry, just that
It's
movie.
it might
perfect.
actually be my
2001,
favorite
so-
Barry Lyndon.
It's my favorite Kubrick movie.
God.
Shining and Barry Lyndon in 2001 are like the three that I could just watch any day.
Clockwork is better than all of them.
Fear and Desire. is the best
Literally, if I had to give away all my Blu-rays but keep one, I'd keep my Barry Lyndon Criterion because it's the first Blu-ray I ever bought for my collection, and also it's fucking Barry Lyndon.
Bob is right. The
It's
best
true.
Kubrick is Fear and Desire.
That's my favorite criterion.
Oh,
David didn't say
God.
that.
Guys,
The best
Fear and Desire
criterion.
was such shit.
Desire.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, it was trash. And I love how Kubrick fucking agrees.
Yeah, he's like,
With what?
He's like, yeah, I don't. He literally remembers
What
that
movie?
he literally said that the only good memory of that he has of Fear and Desire is that it got finished.
He announced
Oh,
it like,
yeah.
so quickly.
I've seen that.
He just rejected it already. He's like, nah, this ain't mine.
This, honestly.
Understandable. Like,
He was already
Pretty
self-aware. He's like released first film, and he's like, I need to do better. I need to
like,
do
yeah, he
better.
made, like fucking Paths of Glory. So.
Made like true Paths of Glory is fucking good.
But yeah, back to Bergman. It's like so many different little things to like explore about him.
Analyze to explore. Yeah.
Yeah, when I recently watched Autumn Sonata, there's something that really stood out to me, and this is gonna sound like really fucking weird. But all the Bergman films, I've kind of noticed that like they kind of have a stage play feel to them.
Oh yeah.
They all do.
I think
yeah.
Autumn Sonata especially, I could totally see that like just being put on stage or coming from the stage. It's a movie that takes place purely in like one location with like three fucking characters, two of which are acting their hearts out. And I
Yep.
could totally see it. It just fucking surprises me that most Bergman films are just fucking Bergman thinking of shit.
I think he
Thinking
does
of
it
shit, thinking shit up.
Because like you can
Yeah.
argue like films like Seventh Seal is like life as a performance or something like that. Like it's all like everything could
Yep.
work on a stage for sure. And I kind of love that.
All of his films, I think.
Yeah.
'Cause they're all like they're not like these complex plots. They're all pretty. The plot of all his films are pretty like simple. Like it's just like
It's
the themes he
subtext.
explores.
Yeah.
It's- yeah, exactly,
Is,
the
like,
subtext,
so
it's, like,
rich and like so
So rich, yeah.
There's just so much to pick up on.
That's what makes his films like, for me at least, like that's what makes them bingeable. Is that like I don't have to like be analyzing like what each thing means. Like I can just be like completely drowned by like the themes and like what he's trying to do. Like it's just awesome.
Yeah. One of my favorite things he does, director. You know how sometimes there's something significant is. It sounds a bit like, I don't know, kind of obvious, but like he zooms into stuff. It's like it feels like a camera's like
Oh yeah.
moving.
Oh my gosh, he does
towards.
so many great like close-up shots in
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like when
From
you put the
Eric
knife in the table.
Automata. Oh yeah, and in Virgin
Yeah.
Spring, right? Yeah.
That zoom in and
When you put the knife on the table.
Yeah.
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 Clever as hell.
gosh.
He's so good at camera work.
He's so
it's
good
like-
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, the shots in fucking Virgin Spring, I think it might be my favorite cinematography of his. Really, I mean, I love Autumn.
Yeah.
The cinematography doesn't stand out to me, but it does in Virgin Spring. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
my
in Autumn
favorite.
Sonata, it's mainly just, I mean, really intense close-ups, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautifully shot, but it's not as like
The same guy that did
cinematic.
the shot Virgin Spring also did The Sacrifice by
That makes-
Tarkovsky.
Really?
That makes so much sense now.
Cinematographer.
Yeah.
Oh really? Jesus.
It makes sense because like I feel like Bergman, as he gradually went along in his career, like he became more focused on like close-ups and like the feel of like the human emotions, and like he in this one in Virgin Spring, it's like there's so many environmental shots and like environmental close-ups, like of the fire, of the snow, like these different things where you feel it all. You feel like the characters in there. It's just
Yeah.
so well shot. It looks amazing.
Cinematographer did like almost all the Bergman films, and he did Sacrifice, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Even like I love the use of like just shadows, and like when he was the guys, they first found Max's house, you know, the thieves, when they went to go talk to him or whatever. Like that one shot
yeah.
of them, it's just like a still shot of them, and
Yeah,
like
it's,
there's
like,
this like funny little gag where
creepy
he like
almost.
slaps the kid on the head, like just stuff like that. It's just like
Yeah.
little things.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I love how it's all staged.
Such a great
Everything
shot.
is so just, man, I'm just gushing over this because it's like I think I'm gonna raise my score. Like I really loved
Should,
it.
because it's actually so fucking good.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna stick
you like
with
it
the
more?
solid score that I got.
Base, base.
And did you
So
do you like it
close.
more than Seventh Seal?
I think so. They're kind of tied, but I
definitely
think
do. As much as I like it, it didn't do anything for me at the time. Anyway,
Not much will beat
Base.
Seventh Seal for me. I still love that movie so much.
yeah, it's great, but I feel like Virgin Spring. I'll think like that forever.
Mhm.
What makes Virgin Spring the best Bergman film? Like, it's his most. He goes like full out. It's the most emotional, brutal thing.
It's
True,
definitely
yeah.
It doesn't hold back.
And just because it's so unrestrained, it fucking works and stands
Exactly.
out like between all his other movies.
It does definitely stand out.
But how did the thieves find the house?
Oh come on!
I know.
Right? Okay. What was your point with that?
No, I
Because-
just meant like I just thought it's like it's not, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's like
No.
a little bit. Oh, they
they didn't
stumbled
know
on the
it
same
was their
house.
house.
I know.
Did-
Obviously, they didn't know, but like,
But what,
I'm just saying. Do you think there's like any like?
it was one
I
of the
don't know.
nearest places out
Yes,
from the
yeah.
farm. That wasn't that fucking weirdo's house that's trying to represent. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, and it's a massive. It's like it's a massive family. Like, there's gonna be food. There's gonna be shelter. There's gonna be loads of shit. So it's obviously the first place they go.
True, true.
Nobody
Nah,
knows what we're
butthole.
talking about. No. Sorry. Because I was watching the film and I was like, what is Jacob talking about? Why did this character do something so stupid? I was just like, I couldn't think of anything.
Oh yeah, that was kind of just me on the first watch being stupid, and then I kind of was like, okay, well, it's not that bad on the second watch. I was like, it's just it's not that much of a coincidence. It's like it's just
If I had to
Mm.
nitpick, the only thing I would say is like some audio issues, like some shit,
Mhm.
like just little Foley work. Like it wasn't there. I don't know if maybe they didn't have like the resources back then or whatever, but it was just like those
Yeah.
little side
My
problems.
my
slap the
complaint
hole.
would be with character, just the fact that I wasn't all that invested in any other character aside from Karin and Tor.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I
really.
I feel like that
I'm
got
sorry,
resolved
but
well.
like if you stand by and watch a woman get raped, you're not a good person. You're a fucking
Yeah.
terrible person. Sorry,
Yeah.
Gary, but you fucking suck. Like if
mean-
you have the power to at least make your presence known and possibly stop one of the worst fucking crimes one could commit, and you just stand by and do nothing, then yeah, you're a shit person.
I mean, but she was pregnant. She
Yeah,
was
I
literally
guess
a
you could
pregnant
argue
woman.
she was
What do you think they
pregnant.
would have done to her?
She had a rock. Throw the fucking rock.
I know, but
Plot hole.
If someone
know.
gets hit in the head with a rock that big, they're not gonna get up for a solid minute. Just saying.
yeah, I just don't think it's that black and white. But
I know it really isn't that black and white. I'm just saying, like, it's just with me, whenever I watch a character, like, witness literally one of the worst crimes that could ever be committed and do nothing, even though they have the means to probably do something, it's like, no, I don't really care much about that character anymore.
yeah,
I know
I
that's
get
kind of the
that.
point, and I know that's kind of the point, so that's why it's only a nitpick. But, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had
Again, it doesn't
argue-
stop me from loving the movie.
Yeah, they were arguing before. They weren't exactly friendly to each other. So I
Well-
mean,
Still.
yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. But it's
I
not
think
like,
she did regret it like immediately.
oh yeah, it's not like she had every
Instantly
single.
regrets it.
Yep.
No.
I wonder
don't.
what would happen if
Oh,
Darman
God.
made a
Oh, God.
black and white Ingmar
Bergman movie.
Bergman style
Oh
video.
God. Pregnant woman watches
man.
by, instantly regrets it. Oh God. Hey Darman fam, we're changing
Stop.
lives.
I refuse to believe that's his real name.
Probably
Darman.
isn't. Yeah. I'm-
Dar
Man.
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 MANN. Dar Man.
Shut the fuck up.
No. I
This is
refuse to believe. You shut the fuck up.
Any other issues we took?
mainly just me with I keep forgetting her name, the pregnant one. What's her name, Zana?
Ingeri.
Yeah, just her
Gary.
pregnancy in general. It felt like there was no purpose to it. for
It
me.
felt fabricated.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, but that's it. That's
Purpose,
it.
so it's bad. Okay, got it.
Because it kind of
I
did.
don't really have any. I don't really have any other issues with the movie.
I will say,
Yeah.
like the first like 20 minutes were a little bit slow.
They
for
were
me,
slow.
but it was like I get why they're doing it. Like they're building it up. But then I look back at the pregnant woman scenes and like how much they did like devote quite the time to that. And I was like, you know what? You could have trimmed some of this, just a little bit. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe.
But again,
I
it's
haven't
an
seen
hour and a
it.
half,
I've only
so
seen
I
it
don't know.
once, yeah. It is. It does fly by, to be honest. It does go.
It flies by after the first 15 minutes for me.
Yeah. Would you guys say this is a good
It's a masterpiece.
introduction to Bergman?
No.
Nope.
No, not at all.
I don't think it's a good
No.
introduction.
No. It's
But
I
you watch
think
Seven
it's
Seal is
best of
probably
two.
Or
the-
Seven Seal, Autumn Sonata first, and then check this out.
Persona, I think. Still.
Persona.
And so-
Persona's a good one too. I watch Persona.
Yeah.
Persona. Yeah, Persona's a good one.
I haven't seen Persona yet.
What?
In my eyes, Persona and Seventh Seal are like the basic bitch picks of
Yeah,
like
but
favorite
Persona's
Bergman.
so good.
Yeah, Persona's like much more experimental for sure.
But they're
Yeah.
like understandable. And again, I haven't
Yeah.
seen
Persona's
Persona, so
super
I'm just making a
experimental.
joke.
You'll love
Compared to the
Persona.
rest of his films.
Definitely.
I think I'll
Someone-
The Chaz pick is Virgin Spring, obviously.
It's in my
Winter
favorite.
Light. Sorry.
No, it's Autumn Sonata.
Nah, it's the sequel to Scenes from a Marriage. Sarah Bond or whatever it's called. Sarah Band.
What?
Yeah, the sequel to Scenes from a Marriage.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck the sequel to everything. There's a sequel to Wings
That's
of
funny they
Desire.
made a sequel to just that movie. Sarah Brand, yeah. Or whatever it's called. I forget.
Huh.
Something like
What's
that.
it called?
He made
I
it in
watch it?
2003.
Oh.
It's kind of funny.
What?
Yeah, he made it in 2003.
When did he
So-
die?
He passed away.
No, Bergman died in
Oh,
2006, I believe.
Seven.
Saraband.
2007.
Sarah
He died in 2007.
Oh,
Yeah, Saraband, 2003.
wait, this
yeah.
is. Those are the characters from
Yeah.
the. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I've
a
heard of that.
direct sequel to it. And
Yeah,
some
don't
peop-
read the plot synopsis for this. It spoils the entire thing
Yeah.
in Scenes from a
I
Marriage.
haven't read it, but I've heard like it does spoil it. So I don't
I
know if
think
it's
I
good.
wanna-
I don't know if it's good. Like,
Apparently Roger
I mean, it
Ebert
doesn't
gave it a
look
4 out of 4.
horrible. And it
doesn't look that
it's
bad.
just like a follow up. I don't think it's gonna like just because it's a sequel doesn't make it atrocious. Like
You
Yeah.
mid.
Nah, mid.
because it's Bergman, so it's like I don't know,
It's mid.
3.7. It's okay.
All right, guys, you want to start doing the scores?
Sure, let's go.
All right.
All right.
Jacob. Oh, you want?
Starting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, since it was your pick, you get to
Okay.
give your first. You get to give first score.
Right. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. What about you, Seth?
Easy, like super strong 9, bordering 10. I just don't.
All right.
know. It's in my favorite.
Let's
Can we get a fuck yeah in the chat, homies?
Let's go.
All right, Aaron. What about you, homie?
First watch, strong 8. Strong 8 for sure.
And Bobby Boy,
10.
Let's go.
10.
Let's go.
And I guess I kind of liked it the least out of all of us, but I still loved it.
Ace.
Solid 8. I just see it staying at an 8,
Ace.
Nice.
but it's still a great movie.
I guess.
All
All
right.
right. We have one more thing to talk about. And Bob, what is your rec for next week or
Oh,
next time?
yeah.
Because you've been
Ooh,
going
let's
back and
go.
forth constantly.
No, I
And-
have a
This is the
final.
final
Let's
word.
go.
All right, and what you say here is the final rec. You cannot change it after this
Yes, sir.
conversation.
I
So,
want.
Okay,
Bob,
ready?
Hype.
what is it?
My recommendation
Kill
is the 2006 masterpiece. Richard
Yes!
Kelly, Southland Tales, starring The
God
Rock.
Let's
damn
go.
it!
Go.
Let's go.
Fuck.
Let's go.
I
Dwayne
thought I was
Johnson.
never gonna have to see that movie again. Fuck.
Xander can't have fun in a movie.
Nah, apparently not. Apparently, I like good.
I'm a
Apparently,
firm believer
I
in
like
Southland
movies that
Tales
make
supremacy.
sense.
But giving it a 9 out of 10,
okay.
you just, I mean, that's a little much. I mean,
So you heard it here, folks. Watch Southland Tales.
Uh,
next VC.
Next
We
week
will
is gonna be fucking crazy. Next
Go.
conversation is gonna be fucking
It's
crazy.
gonna be the best voice chat.
Yeah,
It's gonna be epic, lit.
It's gonna be epic victory royale
and
because
red pilled.
fuck,
Cause like you know.
it's gonna be
themes.
based in red pilled.
Can
green
everyone
pilled.
shut up?
All right.
Greenfield.
Okay, Zev.
Watch Southland
Let's-
Tales.
let's-
Follow us on Letterboxd. And anybody want to say anything else?
Suck my
Uh,
cock.
Okay.
I made
Thank you for
I
that,
made a
Bob.
PP from my PP. Wait.
All right.
Fuck.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for
Yeah,
watching
thank you.
thank you for watching this very unnecessary video.
All
Okay.
right. Bye.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Bye bye.